Hi, do you remember? Do you remember whom you are? Always a good question, never to be embarrassed by that question. It's finding a sense and a semblance of where you're at in this current nowness, this moment, in whatever circumstance you are. It's a great question, and one that is supported in history. Famous yogi 100 years ago or so came up with this statement of who am I? This is the investigation to have in one's meditation, is his synopsis of his feeling. To summarize. And to know whom you are, you need to investigate this. And this is what we're talking about in meditation. This is what he's speaking of, yoga meditation. But whatever you want to call it, ends up being the same. When you are mindful about it and utilize tools, then you can accelerate and cut through some of the details that are usually baggage to this pursuit. We're all different. We all are looking for different things. We all have different cultural and spiritual backgrounds. We all are unique. Many institutions have been built to help one have a greater utilization of their spirit, of their soul, of their heart, of their consciousness, realizing that they are in themselves businesses. It is important. Finding oneself in a comfortable posture, undisturbed, aware, awake, arising to know whom we are. You think you know whom you are. Okay. It's not like I'm saying you don't know. What I'm saying is that whatever you know, it is like 1,000th of 1% of whom you are. It's not something to argue about. Let me just fill in a few blanks so that you understand what my perspective is that I'm sharing. I know we all have egos, and sometimes they're easily bruised. I'm saying of your hormonal systems, of your glands, which ones do you take responsibility for? Which ones do you determine the secretions of what's going on? Of your breathing, of your pulsing, your heart's pulsing. Of these two, which one is your favorite? Which one do you guide the most successfully? Which one? Neither. 1,000th of 1%. Be humble. Look in the sky at the planets, at the stars in the distance. Look in the Hubble. See how far creation extends, realizing that we are one of trillions of planets, with many of them teeming with life. We are here as bundles of miracles, as is all life everywhere. To be humbled. In this immensity is to pay tribute to your God, to creation, to the universe. And to be thankful is similarly being respectful for that which you profess as your spiritual tradition. Let us open our hearts and our minds to share good things. Let us discuss and find wisdom and experience and maturity. These are circumstances and virtues that need to be had always for us to maintain our societies and our civilization. We need have discussions and compromises and not bickering and fighting. How much is wasted in wars, in lost lives? How much? There is a sense of shame that is growing on our planet for the many transgressions that are now going on. Look at oneself. Where is your contribution? Positive or negative? Remembering, as much as we know, as wise as we assume ourselves to be, when we really get right down to it, we hardly know anything. Let us be humble. Let us be grateful. And let us practice self-improving practices all day long. You want to see a better world? Smile and lighten it up. Have a nice day. Shabba-ba-ba-ba-boomba.